Number 3 is about identifying intervals where the function is increasing or decreasing. I'm going to write those clues that we found already. We have a relative maximum at -1, 2, and that we have relative minimum at 1/3, 22/27. That's all I need to identify intervals where the function is increasing or decreasing. Okay, so I'll try to sketch a graph. Okay, I'll try to sketch a graph. So here's my x-axis. I think it has to be that long, but all right, here's x-axis. And here's my y-axis. And looking at, because you see how 22/27, that's smaller than 1, right? So I'll just make the y-axis label to go up 1 and 2. I don't have to go up to like 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be enough for me to plot everything. But I do want to graph my, hold on, let me move this a little bit. Do it like this, okay? First, where is my relative maximum? I go 1 to the left and go up 2. So here is my relative maximum. Okay, now let me plot the other one, relative minimum. I have to go 1/3. So let's say this is 1. I have to go 1/3 to the right. So let's say this is 1/3. And that can be 2/3. And that can be 3/3. But I just need 1/3. Okay, so 1/3 to the right. But go up 22/27. Like, okay, how close is that? I'm just going to type in 22/27 in decimal. About 0.81, so like close to 1, but not all the way up to 1 for sure, right? So I'll say this much is about 22/27. And I'll plot the point right here, okay? I'll do that in orange though. This is where we have the relative minimum. And so I plotted these two dots, but to make this red dot a maximum, the graph has to look like this. That has to be the highest point and it needs to go down, right? Now, for this orange part to be the relative minimum, this needs to be the bottom of the U shape, right? It needs to go up to the right. So if I connect these two graphs in the middle and indicate that this is going to go down, we have a sketch of a graph. So this is enough for me to tell which interval it is increasing or decreasing. I can see this graph is going up from left to right, from -infinity to -1, right? And again, it is going up on this point, is increasing again from what point? From 1/3, right? From 1/3 all the way to +infinity. But this was definitely going down in between, right? This was going down in the middle of these two. So we have a decreasing interval. On, what's the x value? -1 to +1/3. So we have identified the intervals where it is increasing or decreasing. You can write this in a single line that it's increasing on -infinity to -1 and 1/3 to infinity. And it is decreasing on -1 to 1/3. But this was using the second derivative test. how we plot these important points first and then fitting the graph around these critical points, okay?